Lesson 10.3 is again Pythagorean theorem, but this time they want them as radicals, which means we're going to have to simplify radicals and not just get a decimal. Okay, so in this triangle, I know one of my legs, I'm missing the other leg. And so I'll have 3 squared plus x squared equals the square root of 58 squared. So what happens is when I have square root of 58 squared, the square and the square root just cancel each other out. And so really I'm left with what's called the radicand, or just the number that was underneath there. And so that makes it easy. 3 squared is 9. I'm going to subtract 9 on both sides. And that would give me what, 49? And then square root. When we solve a square root equation, x could be 7 or it could be -7, so that when I square it I get 49, but it doesn't make sense in this problem to get a negative, so we're only going to keep the positive answer. So this side is really 7. Right, number 2, we are given the legs. We are missing the hypotenuse. So I'll have 2 squared plus 2 square roots of 3. That whole amount squared equals x squared. 2 squared is 4. Now what happens here is you're having a 2 square root of 3 times itself. So not only am I going to have the 2 times 2, where it's like the 2 is getting squared, which is 4, then I'm having a square root of 3 times the square root of 3, and I can multiply these to get a square root of 9, which is actually just a normal 3. So it's 4 times 3, which is 12. So what I do here is I square the 2, and I square the square root, which they cancel each other out and just leaves me 3. So 2 squared is 4. 4 times a normal 3 makes 12. 4 plus 12 is 16. To get x by itself, we're going to square root. Again, we don't want the negative answer. We just want positive 4. Number 3, we're missing a leg. So I'll have 4 squared plus x squared equals 6 squared. So again, you can simply just subtract this, even though I know this is what, 36 and that's 16, so I get what, 20? And I'm going to square root that. So if you think back to our list of perfect squares, 20 is not on it, but square root of 4 is. So I'm going to rewrite 20 as square root of 4 times square root of 5. Square root of 4 is actually just a 2. So 2 square roots of 5 is my radical answer. And the number 4 is the same thing, but in a word problem. One of the legs of a right triangle measures 2 centimeters, and its hypotenuse measures 20 centimeters. Find the measure of the other leg. If necessary, round to the nearest tenth. So at least we can do a decimal again. So I'll have 2 squared plus x squared equals 20 squared. 20 squared is really 400. Minus 2 squared is 4. So it'd be 396. And then square root of that. 19.9. And that's it.